To anybody else, these burn it down people, the people claiming to support people of color, are all idolizing Karl Marx, another racist old white dude.
I generally like your content, but this might be the dumbest reason to reject Karl Marx and Marxism. Was Karl Marx a racist? Yes, by today's standards, he was a racist, but so were probably every white man before the 1950s, and even then, it's kind of a toss up. And then, the most important thing is, none of Karl Marx's philosophy or economic writings are based in any idea of racism or racial hierarchy or anything like that. So if you're going to reject Karl Marx because he was a racist, I hope you're rejecting literally every scientist and philosopher before the 1950s because pretty much all of them are racist. And I know that you mentioned here that Charles Darwin. Yes, Charles Darwin was also racist and held racist views, and modern evolutionary theory has been updated with modern evidence. And here's the thing, that's how Karl Marx's economic writings are supposed to work. That's how his philosophy is supposed to work in practice. It is not supposed to be a dogma that is copied just by what he wrote and you worship what he wrote as dogma. This is not a religion. This is a philosophical system. And Karl Marx thought he was doing science on the political economy. And how you do science? You have to update it with modern research. Karl Marx did that with his own works. He changed his positions on many different things when he was presented new data. Now, the problem I see here is that you're basing Marxism and what you know as Marxism on what internet communists are saying. And just to let you in on something, 99% of self-identified communists on TikTok are complete idiots and haven't actually read anything written by Marx beyond the Communist Manifesto. So, as Karl Marx said, if there is one thing that is certain, if that is what is a Marxist, I am not a Marxist. So, instead of denouncing and criticizing Marxism because he was an old racist white man who wanted to burn everything to the ground. For one, he absolutely did not want to burn everything to the ground. In fact, his argument was that capitalism would build economic development up to the point that we could actually achieve communism. That was his theory. But instead of believing these Twitter communists and TikTok communists and all of these people, actually read it and see if there's anything of value or not. Like if you have issues with the labor theory of value or the materialist conception of history, fine by me. Critique those. Personally, I think the labor theory of value is flawed, but it has some legitimacy too. It was based, of course, in Adam Smith and David Ricardo's theory first, but it has to be updated to the modern day if it's actually of any value. And the materialist conception of history, I think is true. I haven't heard a better alternative theory to the materialist conception of history. But instead of dismissing him just because he was an old racist dead white man, maybe read, see if there's anything of value there.